Alrighty, game number 2 here on the map Tundra. This map's not so bad. I get a decent gold mine here with the tower and the wood. I'm not like, in terms of the perfect gold mine, I'm never happy seeing a forward gold mine against Oranos, but it is what it is. Well, my plan here is twofold. I'm looking for a second town center, and I'm looking for what the hunt is looking like on that town center. I've been running this this kind of new idea to some degree with Ra, which is, how can I not farm and get to the heroic age? That way I can put my farmers down later and get a better advantage. So my idea here is I'm just going to go for a town center and try and get to the heroic age here without farming and see how we go. Now I find my forward town center over here. It's got a relatively close gold mine. I've got a gold mine to the back. I'm looking for my third town center. I don't really see it. I do note that my pharaoh didn't want, if I take this off view lock for a hot second, my pharaoh didn't want to walk over here. I did click over here. He didn't want to walk over here, and that's because this forest is completely sealed off. And I miss this town center here. I miss this town center that's got a really nice gold mine over here as well. There's no hunt on this town center, but with the forest here, and this is just a really nightmarish town center to grab anyways. I don't want to grab that town center nearly ever, just because there's nothing over there for those villagers. Even walling this off, the Oranos player is going to be a real pain. I can't grab this town center and then go for a classical fight here either. It doesn't really work. Because or grab this town center, go for a classical fight. Doesn't work because there's no hunt here, and farming doesn't really work because you have to spend all that gold first and foremost. So my only option is to either go for a one town center play, which I don't want to do, or grab this forward town center and kind of hope that there's something here. Now there are some aurochs here, but I missed that. There are some berries here, but I missed that. But this is kind of my only option, is what I'm thinking. Really not liking the map at this point. I do find some hunt over here, which is nice. This is going to help me out quite a bit. I do find the relic of the Eye of Ornlu, which is a pretty, I mean, it's kind of an insignificant relic to some degree, because the axemen, they're already good against axemen. Sorry, axemen are already good against infantry. And an extra 5% doesn't, I mean, it doesn't really help one way or the other, in my opinion. I don't know what that village is doing. Okay, getting on monument. It doesn't really help one way or the other, in my opinion. Because 5% boost on a 4.5 damage unit, 4.5, whatever it is, really low, ends up being minuscule in the grand scheme of things. Thank you for the 1 month, the 8 months, Spartan James. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. As we get the temple up, we're trying to get a 430 or a 416 advance. It looks like I might get the 416 here if I want it, which isn't a bad idea. And I am going for it, but I didn't drop my villagers early enough. I could have dropped them and had a clean 416 there, but kind of screwed it up. Walls coming up as well to just defend this gold mine. In hindsight, I probably don't need to do this just yet. I can put this wall up a little bit later, but I put it up and I think it's going to delay my town center ever so slightly. We did put 9 villagers on gold to make up for it, plus that other villager building the wall there will probably manage to get a little bit of gold for me as well. I haven't started my houses either, which is maybe a bit of a mistake. So that villager finishing the walls is going to have to do that. Bringing the pharaoh back to potentially drop that relic in. I mean, I want to drop the relic in, but I don't really want to be taking my pharaoh off of the hunt here, because it's going to reduce the amount of resources I have considerably. So this is, I'm just saying that this is just not a good opening for me, and that's part and parcel of what the issues with playing Ra are. Is just that if the map's not really nice to you, there's only so much you can do. As we're going to move forward, get this town center. Now, we talk about strategy and what the idea here is. So what am I going to have to deal with? So there's two or three different strategies that Oranos can do. And you basically have to guess what they're doing as Ra. So strategy number 1 is they just stay one town center and they all in you. That's fine. Strategy number 2 is they can go for a semi-fast heroic and they can cause a lot of issues. Apparently, I'm trying to block my Pharaoh in so he doesn't get harassed by a random Oracle Scout there because he's heroized them, but I just give up on that idea because I can't manage to put the houses down. Anyway, so you can go for that semi-fast heroic or something like that off a couple of town centers. You can go for 3 town centers as well. So I just have to basically think about what he's going to be doing here as I find some berries. Yay, berries. This is not what I want. I don't want berries at all, but it is what it is. So plans are, if he goes for a all-in, I need to shifting sands my villagers off of this town center, keep every villager alive that I can, bring them back into my home base, hit the heroic age, play 1 town center from then against his 1 town center, feel good about that. If he goes for a 2 town center, 3 town center, no worries. We're just going to be going for that straight heroic age nonetheless. And whatever else happens, happens. As I do find some Aurochs down the bottom. I'm going to try my best to drag those nice and close, but they're just a little bit too far away from the town center to drag them into the town center. And yeah, I feel like I'm just playing really, really slow here. Anyways, Auroch goes down. I barely getting enough food here. I think did I get myself husbandry here? I did get husbandry, so that's going to help out on the goats as he does come through here, and he's got a lot of units already, and I'm just like, well, I can't even get this Auroch, and I basically just need to run away. And unfortunately, this is way too early for me to be shifting sandsing off of this town center here as I lose a villager as well. So I basically need to shank down some of these units here, utilize that Pharaoh to empower the town center to get a little bit of extra damage out. He's going to be retreating away, but there's just nothing on this town center here. If I'm playing a set, I've got the animals on the town center. He can't just walk through and push me off the hunt. But yeah, as Ra here, this is the weakness, and I'm getting exploited really, really hard here, and I use shifting sands like a dummy. This is a panic shifting sands, and because I'm just like, this is a nightmare. Everything's a nightmare here. This is a panic shifting sands. I don't even kill the termite. I don't have a box set up. I don't know why I did that. It would have been better for me to just grab Skin of the Rhino here and just continue forward. Again, the idea here against a 1 town center is shifting sands your villages into your main base, because this is the advantage I'm getting from the town center. And if I don't do this, I'm going to lose a lot of these villages and lose a lot of the advantage I got from building the town center, as he is going to continue hitting these villages. And weird shockwave there. I'm not sure why that happened. That shockwave probably would have done a lot more damage normally, as we're again going to get a decent amount of damage out of the town center. So I am killing him to some degree here. Again, I should have gotten Skin of the Rhino here. I have to basically shank these units down and try and micro this as best as I can with the villagers, not losing villagers, but attempting to micro here. But it's just what can you do? Shift can only do so much. So I do decide to make a little bit of a break for it here, as I have a little bit of food left. But the problem at this moment is I've got 1 goat left and I don't have enough food to advance. I'm 120 food short and I don't cancel the villagers. So I'm short food. I got no food left in my main base, and I have found myself in the worst possible position I could be in, which is floating a bunch of resources and not being able to get to the heroic age. If I'd cut villages at the 8-minute mark, I would have advanced to the heroic age. I would have all of these resources. I'd have Citadel Center. I'd be able to drop a Migdol stronghold, and I probably wouldn't be in an awful position here. But we didn't have the resources to hit the heroic age, so we don't even get to see if it works. As now we're pushed off the home gold mine, and we have to run away. And I would have been heroic age here with a Citadel Center. This would have done mucho damage, and I could have put a Migdol stronghold down. But it is what it is. And now I don't really know what else I can do but throw down some barracks and try and get some slingers out. Desperation play to some degree. Getting Shadoof is late, but yeah, I need like 5 barracks here to even get any amount of units out, but I just throw 2 down, which is probably not enough. And I imagine right now, if we take a look at his economy, is very, very low. He's not got a second Townsend. He's just spamming stuff. So you can see that a heroic age here, if I'd actually been able to click up. Look, he kills the temple. I would have had a Migdol up with the town center. I don't think he's going to be able to push in here. And I honestly feel like I would have been in a decent position. But is what it is. And now all our villagers are going to die to his crazy amount of Murmillo he's sending to kill me. And I finally click up the skin of the Rhino, but too late. Too late. Axeman coming out. Too late. Everything's too late. And all my villagers are going to be falling. And even with the score lead here and the kill loss, doesn't matter because he's just got so many more resources gathered than me. Him losing all these units it's not a big deal in the slightest. I decide to tap out here. Quick loss. I'm not 100% convinced that this doesn't work. If I play my game plan right, and I just say, all right, I'm going to kill off some units. I'm going to shifting sands my villager and pharaoh back home. I'm going to make sure that I have the resources to advance the heroic age. I'm not 100% sure that this all in here from the Oranos player works. I feel like I should be able to, if I get the heroic age out, if I have the resources to get that one out, if I potentially cut villages on this town center a little bit earlier, cut villages here a little bit earlier, say I cut villages at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, no worries, hit the heroic age, I'd be in a very, very good position. Now, other options here that arguably could have worked is I could have thrown a barracks down immediately. The problem is I didn't know that there was Aurochs here, so I didn't feel comfortable about going barracks and going axemen to defend. I do think that does work, but I just didn't feel comfortable with the map at all. I thought, wow, my map is disgustingly bad and there's nothing I can do. So it is what it is. I'll definitely give this one another try at some point, but we got owned in this game. So we'll move on to game number 3. Hope you enjoy.